I'm Dr. Stephen Fenton. I'm a cardiologist. In fact, I'm a preventive cardiologist, which means that I have a very strong interest in trying to prevent heart disease. I've been a cardiologist for about 38 years, and during that time there have certainly been some amazing developments in the field of cardiology in treating and diagnosing heart conditions. One of the things, however, that has concerned me regarding heart disease management is the lack of emphasis in past years on preventative cardiology, and that's why over the last 20 years or so I've had an increasing interest in this. During that time there have been some amazing advances in understanding the causes and prevention of the major reason for heart attacks, which is the build-up of plaque in coronary arteries. And there has been a terrific test called a CT coronary calcium score developed, and which has evolved over that period of time, of which I have a particular interest. And I am now trying to raise awareness and promote that as the best test to try to avoid heart attack and to identify whether an individual patient may be at risk of heart attack. The field has certainly grown in recent years, and some years ago there was really no preventative cardiology, but it is now a growing field, and I've been lucky enough to travel internationally and chair and moderate meetings in the United States, and I have spoken a few times now in Europe on the role of calcium scoring. I also am fortunate to have convened and regularly run an international meeting at Port Douglas in Australia on heart disease, and we always have very strong emphasis at that meeting on prevention, and are able to bring some leading world experts to that meeting to try to disseminate information and spread the word. Now, I'm often asked why I got into cardiology. And the practical answer is that I was fortunate enough to be allocated cardiology terms when I was an intern and resident in my early hospital work. But I think there may well be another factor behind that, and that goes back to my father having a heart attack way back in 1962 when I was age 10. Now, bear in mind this was a long time ago, and it was several years even before coronary care units were developed, let alone any potential therapeutic measures like stents or clot dissolving treatment that came many years later. But also, always at the back of my mind was the question of what could have been done before the heart attack that occurred when my father was 45 to identify that he could be at risk. And the remarkable thing is, over 60 years since then, we still don't have a good answer to that question, which is widely accepted by the medical community or the community in general. But I have discovered in recent years that the answer to that test is the test of a CT coronary calcium score. That is the answer to the question of how somebody at the age of 45 could have had a heart attack prevented if they were unlucky enough to have one. And that is because the calcium score will allow early detection of the plaque, and that has taught me the mission of the Heart Initiative, which is prevention by early detection.